Hello and welcome. This is a Centrex contact and deal management demonstration. Let's go ahead and get started. But first, what is Centrex? Centrex is a menu of fintech services and products dedicated to the finance industry. So you can build an ecosystem, not just for your clients, but also for your staff members. So if you're a lender, if you're a banker, if you're a credit union, maybe a fintech organization, a finance company, or an organization that has loan products included in it, and you are in need of software, the Centrex FinTech menu is definitely for you. Included in this FinTech menu is CRM or loan origination software, LOS, electronic signature, email and SMS marketing, a full calendar system, portfolio servicing and or payment processing, syndicate investor and lender management, a white-labeled mobile app in the app stores for your customers, a website form builder with Plaid fully integrated, managed data cloud for custom reporting, our open API for those of you that want to connect with Centrex platform outside the platform, and then of course our software consulting packages that assist you in building out and implementing the Centrex technologies into your organization. Okay, let's jump back over to contact and deal management. Here at Centrex, everything starts with a contact. If you decide to join us, we take your documents and we build your documents into the software, and all of the data points on your documents we build as custom fields into the software platform. So from day one, when you come into the Centrex platform, when it's fully built out for your company, when you click on add a contact in the software manually, all the data points that are on file are the data points that match the data points on your documents that you gave us. Okay, so in the contacts tab, everything starts with a contact. Now, you can add a contact in the software manually, like I just showed you. So I could click on add a contact and I can add this contact into the software. I've also got multiple intake forms for multiple products if I've got different data points on file for different products. Okay, another way to get a contact in the software is by your website forms. Okay, so for those of you that have applications sitting on your website, here at Centrex, if you go to centrexsoftware.com, roll your mouse over products, we have our website form builder. We built our own WordPress plugin here at Centrex Software, and it has Plaid fully integrated into that plugin. So if you would like to build multi-step forms, whether they're 5 pages or 6 pages, you need the ability for clients to upload documents, and then they can also connect their bank accounts with Plaid, and all of that data directly communicates into the Centrex Software platform. Okay, if we were to go into the Contacts tab and we were to click on Data Sources, you get unlimited data sources in the Centrex platform, and one of your types of data source is a web form data source. And every time you create a web form data source, it creates this unique post URL, which is what web forms will communicate with. So anytime someone comes to your website, fills out a form, uploads documents, links with Plaid, all of that data will now come directly into this post URL along with communicate step of the way with the Centrex API. So if you've got a 7-page application on your website and the client only fills out 5 pages and they leave, well, at least you've got some of that data that they filled out. Okay, and then you can create autoresponders here via email, autoresponders via text message. You can round robin assign the data as it comes in automatically. And then you've also got additional different types of role team assignments as that data hits the software. You also have the ability to execute a webhook automatically when data hits the software as well. Okay, webhooks can be sending data to phone systems and dialers out to third-party underwriting systems and so on and so forth. Okay, so a lot of different options when it comes to using the Centrex WordPress plugin on your website and how that seamlessly communicates with the Centrex software contact and deal management system. Okay, if I come back to the contacts tab, like we've said, we can add a contact manually. We can create the web form on our website, but also in data sources, you have the ability to import a CSV file. Okay, so if you've got records and you've got different data points on those records, you can find that file, click on Save Data Source. It will read the headers and all the columns. You can then map those to the fields in the software, and you can insert records that way in the software. Okay, so manually via a website, or you can import data into the software as well. Okay, once you have contacts in the software, one of the great aspects of Centrex is our dynamic data management technology. And we use this via list building. So right here, I have a drop down of all the different types of lists that I've built in the software. If I click on new list, I have the ability to give this list a title. And then here are all the different types of filters I have for building different types of lists. A very popular filter is a filter called status. I want to filter on all of my data in a certain type of status. I can add filter and see how many contacts are in the software. Okay, so you can add multiple filters for lists for a dynamic data management strategy. One great part about our list building technology is you have the ability to share it with different teams, individual users, or everyone in the company. One great part about this is you have the ability here to drop this down to my contacts, which means if you share this list with every single user in the company, everyone will be able to see the same exact list for data management reasons, but they can only see data on that list assigned to themselves, right? Or if you've got a manager, they can only see data on the list assigned to themselves and the team they're managing. Okay, so the list building technology is very much alive and breathing, right? Depending on how you build it out. If you have statuses as filters on your list, for example, this list here is all my hot leads. If I were to change the status of this lead right now to a different status, this contact would fall off this list and onto a different list. So as you build out lists for different departments in your organization, data is constantly flowing on to lists and off of lists as those staff members in those organizations are processing files and doing their job. Okay, so list management is a really awesome piece of technology in Centrex. It's very much alive, and you have the ability to edit that list building strategy anytime you want. From this page here, what I call the list view, there's a lot of different quick actions that you can take instead of having to go into the contact dashboard for a contact. Okay, so number one, any phone number that you click on will automatically launch our phone call tracking modal. Okay, so you can see this modal here. Is this an outgoing call or incoming call? What was the call result? The duration, I can take a note for this call. We have an entire event type management system built in here. And then if I want to change the status, I can change the status. Now, if I want to schedule a follow-up call with this client or this contact, I can click on follow-up call. I can schedule this follow-up call, and then I can save call, or I can save call and email. If I click on save call and email, the email box will automatically populate once I click this button. Okay, now if you're using one of Centrex's integrated phone systems, you'll have a phone icon right here next to every single one of these phone numbers, and that will be your click to dial functionality for integrated phone systems. Okay, another great quick action you can take is I can send an email right away. So the email modal will pop. Who am I sending it to? Whoever's logged in sending the email, their email address will display here, BCCCC. I've got subject. I've also got different types of email templates, maybe that I would like to load as well into the software platform so that I can send it out. Sometimes email templates can be really nice graphical templates. You've also got the ability to load signatures, for example, which are really easy to load and automatically populate your name, your email, your phone number, so on and so forth. Okay, and then of course, I can always attach documents several different ways to this email, and I can send this email to the contact. A few other options here on the far right. I can change the status of this contact on the fly. I can edit the contact information on the fly. I can add a note on the fly, and then I can also schedule a calendar event on the fly. And lastly, I can upload a document for this contact on the fly, all from this screen right here. Okay, without having to go into the contact dashboard. You've also got some very quick filters here. For those of you that don't want to build lists and you just want to see data quickly, you can filter with a few different filters here in real time. Okay, now I've got this particular list here. It's got 961 contacts on it. Over here on the far right, I've got two checkboxes, one with list, one with selected. And this is a way for you guys to mass edit data very quickly in the software. So if I can click on with selected, as I select the contacts over here on the far left, you'll notice the number here changes. So I've got 5 selected. If I were to choose 2 more on the left, you'll notice I've got 7 contacts selected, and then I can mass edit, mass post to webhook, or I can mass export. Now, if I just choose with list, that means all 961 contacts are going to be affected, and I can have the same options. If I click on mass edit, this is going to take me to a page that notifies you and says, hey, 961 contacts are about to be affected. And I can make some changes here in bulk action, or I can mass delete as well. Okay, so it's a nice way to edit all of your data in bulk if you wish to do so. Okay, now, if I want to drill into a contact, let's go ahead and drill into Al's Laundry Service. This is recently viewed here. I can also search the search box as well for different types of data points, and that will bring up contacts automatically. Let's go ahead and jump into Al's Laundry Service. Now, in Al's Laundry Service, you have everything relative to this contact from a standard field perspective on the left-hand side. Here at Centrex Software, we have standard fields and we have custom fields. Standard fields are first name, last name, business name, email, phone, cell, work, address field, so on and so forth. All of that data is going to be in this gray box over here on the far left. Okay, starting from the top, you've got the business name, the first and last name of the owner, their ID. Okay, you've got the stage and status, and I can always change the stage and status off the fly. You can always see the overall history of this contact as well from a workflow perspective. As I scroll down, you've got who this contact is assigned to from a broker or from an ISO or from an investor perspective. I can always change secondary assignments anytime. You've got the date the file was created, it was modified, who is it primarily assigned to, social security numbers, birth date, same concept for email. I can click on those email icons and send a quick email. I can click on a phone number and I can track my phone calls and schedule new events. We also have Google Maps integrated for those of you that want to see where this address is in the US. If they've been funded and been enrolled into a program, you'll see some basic details here. Now, these orange buttons are pretty cool. This external form request is a digital application you can send to the client where they will receive an email. In the email, there's a link, and that will take them off to a form that you build from scratch, managed within the Centrex platform. That form can be questions. That form can allow for the uploading of documents. When the client presses submit on that form, all the documents and all the data automatically come back into the software platform. It is a very nice data gathering tool. Okay, some clients make it look secure and all they ask is a social security number. That's it. They press submit and that securely comes back in the software. You've also got execute webhooks for those of you that want to send data manually one at a time, let's say to an external system, or maybe you've got another platform you've API'd into. You have the ability to execute webhook for this particular contact on a one-off basis. Okay, down here is all your custom field data. Okay, so standard field data is in the gray box. All of your custom field data is here. You've got your customer portal access down at the bottom, the last time they logged in, when that welcome email was sent, so on and so forth. Okay. On the right-hand side, you have the overall history of everything done for this contact. We track a lot here at Centrex Software to make sure that we're compliant, you're compliant, and there's always proof of something happening with this contact. You've got deal management, which we'll talk about here in just a second. You've got all the calls logged for this client. You've got any emails sent to this client, okay, with your open date and timestamp over here on the far right. You've got any notes you've taken on file for this client. You can categorize your notes. You've got note templates. You can also notify other users notes have been taken, and you can filter on your notes several different ways in the software platform as well. Okay, you've got e-marketing. So we do have an email marketing and text message marketing system built in the software, so you can see how many campaigns they've opened. The SMS system is a two-way communication. Okay, when you send a text message to the customer and they text you back, that response will all be in the software for you to view. Okay, and that's a native integration with Twilio. You've got document management in the software. You guys can upload documents at any time. You can also generate PDF of documents that have been built in the Docs tab, and you can also send documents out for electronic signature. There's an entire video on our proprietary ClickSign e-sign platform. Okay, so definitely check that out. And then you've got all your uploaded files as well. Clients can upload files both in our mobile app technology along with our client portal. Okay, and this is where you'll generate documents and send them out for electronic signature. Okay, you've got events. We have a full calendar built in the software. So in the calendar tab here, you've got this event here. You can schedule events within the platform, and then you can also do availability scheduling for any coworkers you're working with in the platform as well. Full task management system built on the software. I can add a new task at any time. One cool part about this is you can associate a task to an actual client. That'll send them a message. They'll be able to see that in the client portal and also in their mobile app if you've opted in for the mobile app technology. And you can ask clients to complete tasks, or you can ask teams or users in the software as well. Okay, so this is everything at the contact level. Okay, a lot of great technology here as far as editing contact information, adding data points, adding documents, and anything else that you need from a contact management perspective in the software. Okay, now if I were to look at deals, as far as deal management, because Centrex is dedicated to the finance industry, everything here is either an advance or a loan. Okay, so in the deals tab, you can see for Al's Laundry Service, we've brokered or funded multiple times for this particular borrower. Maybe they need an advance today, a loan for equipment in the next 6 months. A year from now, they want to buy their building and it's a commercial mortgage. You've got options here. Okay, so you see multiple deals. Let's go ahead and drill into this particular deal. This particular one happens to be an advance. Okay, at the top, you can see advanced level data, so account balance, RTR balance, and a few other stats. From an assignment perspective, who is this advance assigned to? You've got brokers, underwriters, funders. This can all be customized. You've got the MCA factorization calculator that automatically calculates your payback RTR and your payment per period, whether it's daily, weekly, so on and so forth. You've got multiple options here. This first section is your application, so all the data points in your intake form on the front end. You've got custom level data. You've got financials on file for this client. You've got different types of document storage, same as the contact level. You've got different types of conditions for underwriters, and underwriters can approve or decline or trash conditions. You can pull credit in the software. You can also pull decision logic reports and PLAD reports in the software. For those ISOs out there, you have our submission technology where you can automatically or manually submit this contact to multiple lenders. Lenders that meet 100% of the match rate will turn green, and you can manage those lenders within the lenders tab in the software. You've got hard-coded underwriting notes for underwriters, different boxes for different topics. We're very, very popular in our syndication software here. Centrex software, for those funders that have a syndication network, our system will automatically pay out those syndicates based on data points that you put here, and you can track those payments in the software. You've got commissions on file for this particular deal. You've got funding information on file. So all the different types of banking information you're going to need to fund and service this client. And then you've got payments. You can turn auto ACH drafting on, and it will read from the calculator, and you can see all the transactions stacked down the page here. You even have your override calculator for slow pay or refinances or stop payment. Okay, if I click on the advances tab, you've got pipeline management. Okay, so contacts are business and business owners. Advances and or loans or deals are opportunities to broker or to fund different types of products for those contacts. Okay, so I can see my pipeline here. I can click on different aspects of this pipeline, and I can see all the different types of deals within those pipelines, and then I can drill into those pipelines accordingly. Okay, so everything within the Centrex software platform comes back to the contact and the deals, loans, and advances associated to that contact. All of our email marketing, all of our SMS, all of our reports, any administrative permissions, all go back to the contact. Okay, that is contact and deal management within the Centrex software platform.